What's up, gang? Carlton Flowers here, your crypto pro, with a very brief update on OMI, the Ecomi company that brings us the V in the NFT space. I wanted to throw this up really quick. Sorry that my selfie camera is not working, so you will not get to see my handsome face at the end of the video, but there are a few things that I wanted to point out very quickly. First of all, we have a very interesting formation that is going on where we kind of connect the bottoms of the price action here. Let's just extend this out a little bit, and the top of the price action, which shows us somewhat of a rising triangle or a rising wedge formation. And so what happens with these things, we usually will break out to the upside or we'll break out to the downside by the time these things are done. So let's check out the evidence that we have right now of a break to the upside or to the downside. This is the 4-hour chart, so we see a stochastic that is up here in the overbought zone. Now, notice how the stochastic was goofing around up here and we made a nice little peak and it started to come back down, but then it poked its head back up. This is a very bullish stochastic that appears to have some strength as it's hanging around here in the overbought zone. Here's the next thing that I noticed. It's very interesting, is on the volume. So let's just check out the volume action. We had a little peak here that brought us the first rise, and then this major spike that ran us up to this parabolic run, and we had a little bit of a correction. This is where somewhere around here, I think I bought in this area, or it might have been right here at a price of 0.0027. So then we dipped down and touched at the 0.002 point right here, and now we are on the rise again. So we have touched on what appears to be a resistance up above. If we make a line right there, we notice some of our wicks and candles touching on that line and experiencing a rejection. Now, what I'm thinking could be a possibility on the price action, and don't take it from me because anything could change. Let's make this nice little blue baseline here. I think what we could see happen is a correction where we jump back down to this baseline, and then we could move back up from that point. Now, notice that the volume has been quieting down. So after this peak, we see volume just settling down to almost nothing. We don't have a lot of volume going on right now, but at the same time, what do we see? A very nice rise in the price. So this is a continuing consolidation pattern. And if I would have had it written on here, and I did not set this up because I was too excited to get this posted right away, the 200-day and the 50-day EMA lines are the ones that I follow. The 200-day is like somewhere down here. Okay, I think maybe I need to draw that again. Let's make this 200-day more like what it was, because it was showing a baseline of about 0.0015. And I was thinking at worst case scenario that we could dip and touch on that 200-day EMA before moving back up. The 50-day EMA, I can't really remember where it is, but it was something like this, where it looked like we had touched down right on the 50-day EMA and then we moved back up. So this could be the next move. We could float back down towards the 50 EMA and then possibly move up again. Now, where this breaks out, I don't know, but all I do know is that I'm watching very closely. So let's just squish this down a little bit and move it over. If this was TradingView, we could have a volume profile on this side where we would be able to see what the volume nodes are doing, where it shows the popularity of volume over here like this. And so I don't know where those nodes are. And when we get listed on TradingView, we'll be able to see that, and it'll be much more clear as to what's happening and where these price targets are going to be. But anyway, back to the wedge. Let's just draw a little picture here and see if we can make a sample of what this wedge could look like. Again, here's that rising base, and here's that descending top where the resistance is. So if everything goes great, we could have an explosion coming out of this that would look something like that. Don't take this as financial advice. I am only making guesses here, but I'm really happy to see that the overall trend that we have is moving up. And I'm thinking that this might be the last days that we see OMI trading in this price zone. This is a very nice consolidation move. And when you have consolidation going on, that's where price is jumping up and down and making a tightening pattern like a coil that is tightening up and ready to explode. So let's just hope that that explosion moves up. Now, looking forward, we know that we've got the Uniswap, UNI, I call it Unislop because I can't stand it, but version 3.0 is coming out, and it'll be a lot easier to use it, and the gas fees are supposed to be a lot better, which tells me that we might have a massive influx of action once that listing occurs. The rumor is that it's going to happen near the end of March. So if we get a ton of buyers, a massive influx of buyers, because Uniswap is easier to use than Bit4X, where I bought my tokens, this area could be a launch pad for the price to move up to the next level. And once it does that, let's say this is possibly what could happen. Let's just draw this out here. What you could see is a price movement where we have an extreme pop, and then we come down and correct and make a new base level and form another consolidation pattern. And that's where price bounces around, and then we will get settled in somewhere here at a new base level and then move up to the next level. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Welcome everybody who is new to the group. I encourage you to watch my previous videos. And again, don't take this as financial advice. This is a very dangerous market, and we are in the super early stages of this play. But I'm very excited to take a chance and roll the dice on being a part of this before we get into a serious price range. So I'm holding this for the long term. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Post it in the comments below. And if you'd like to join the group, come on over and jump in the Telegram group. And pretty soon I will be opening up a new group that will be focused on Ecomi alone. And I might call it the OMI Crypto Pro group, and it might be the Crypto Pro NFT group, where we'll discuss mainly OMI and the VV NFTs, which is where I'm spending all of my time and energy, because they have the NFTs that are associated with very strong and established brands. It's not like an artist who just makes something new and says, hey, this is a gorgeous piece of art, buy it and pay a lot of money for it. No, we're talking about Cartoon Network, Batman, upcoming NFL. We're talking Ghostbusters. We're talking established brands with limited supply and very high-end artists who are making these limited controlled NFTs. So the demand is built into these things, and that's why I'm so excited. Well, anyway, that's all I have for this brief update. Stay tuned for future updates, and we'll see you soon. More to come. This is Carlton Flowers, and I am out.